Welcome to another episode of The Wave. My name is Adam.
My name's Nick. Welcome back to The Wave.
Yes, we had a week off the wave.
Yes.
We had no waves for a week.
The sea was not surfable.
No, because I went to see
you're
an actual wave. I'm in a tangle. My earphones are all tangled up.
Your wires are
have got me.
all askew.
I went to see some real waves.
Oh,
I
excellent.
went to the seaside.
How was the seaside?
It was good, thank you. I really enjoyed myself.
Are
I
you-
literally got back 3 hours ago.
That's fine. Are you all like footloose and fancy free because you've been on holiday?
I feel less stressed than I normally do. I
Nice.
must admit. I also feel a lot less prepared for this podcast than I normally do.
Got you covered, don't worry.
I think we'll be fine. I've been back 4 hours. I've watched the film and watched The Island in that time. So
I'm sorry for that.
I know it's not been the best afternoon. So we're straight in. We're straight in. It's nice to see you though.
You too. Sun's out.
Guns out.
Probably be dark in half an hour, but that's fine.
Probably will.
Looks nice. I'm glad you had a good time.
Seen a lovely sunset last night. They have lovely sunsets where I went. Let me see if I can show you this photo quickly.
This is fantastic audio content.
I'll put it on the Twitters.
Okay.
If I can find it. Look at that.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful place. I'll put it on the Twitters and the Instas later on. So everybody can see, or I might just put it in the Discord.
Do it
That's
all.
what it's there for, isn't it?
Spam the socials.
Spam the socials.
It's a lovely picture. So you
What about-
should go for it.
What about you? How have you been?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
I feel like we haven't done this for ages.
It does feel like ages. I was watching The Island earlier and I was like, this feels like ages since I saw that last
I know.
episode.
I know.
Because we didn't do it for the week and then we had the week off. It's been a
I
while.
Well, we'll talk about it in a bit, but it didn't really help or hinder my understanding of the programme.
Oh, no. I have no clue what's going on. But yeah, we'll get to that at the end.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah?
I
Any gossip? What have I missed while I've been gone?
don't think you've missed too much
No.
that I can think of.
I mean, it's only been 4 days. It's not like I've been gone for weeks.
But I haven't seen you for like 10
True.
because we recorded
Early the week before.
early.
Yeah.
I have a feeling there is something that I thought, I must mention that. And I can't quite remember it right now. So
Okay.
it might pop
That's
back
age, that is.
into my head. Yeah, that
That
is
is
age.
age.
Do you ever do that thing where you walk into a room and can't remember why you're there?
Yeah, all the time.
But has it got worse?
Yeah, definitely. Since I turned 40, I think it's got worse.
Oh, really? That's that recent?
That recent. Yeah, it's not good fun. It's getting old, Lark. It's not good fun, is it? Nobody told me. Nobody warned me about it.
Well, just have fun while you're here.
Life begins at 40,
Sure.
apparently.
Watching
Still
sunsets,
waiting.
recording podcasts,
True.
watching movies.
It's been a good week. I'm going to see a live podcast record on Sunday
Oh, brilliant.
of, Chris Ramsey and his missus.
Yes.
Going to watch them do their live podcast on
Excellent.
Sunday afternoon, so that should be quite good.
I am going to the theatre next week,
Are you?
which I'm slightly apprehensive about.
Yeah, I am a little bit as well about this, because this is in a theatre as well.
Sitting
so-
near people.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it.
What are you going to see?
I get to see Everybody Loves Jamie. Everyone's talking about Jamie. What's it called? One of them.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're going.
It's a musical.
Okay. I do love a musical.
So
Musical theatre is awesome.
yeah, I'm going to check that
That'd be
out.
cool.
I will report back.
Report back, and I will report back. I'll try and get some tips on live podcast recording.
Sure.
We'll see what happens.
I would probably be famous.
That helps.
Helps him because he did that
definitely
bit
helps.
first.
Yeah, he got famous first. We're trying to do it the wrong way around, I think.
Are we trying to get famous?
No.
I just like
Not with these listeners.
spending time with yourself.
Same. Talking about shit films. That's what we do. It's what we do best.
All the reward I need.
Where should we start? Do you want to do some Netflix news?
Let's do some news.
You're going to have to fill me in because I'm completely out of touch.
Okay.
We don't get any signal where I've been, so I've got no idea what's been going on.
Well, we've got a whopping sack full of news.
Good. Then hit me with the news.
Bad news.
Okay. Good start.
Well, this is a good news, bad news kind of story.
Okay.
Denzel Washington, Oscar winner.
Yep.
Twice Oscar winner.
Yep.
Has left the Netflix thriller Leave the World Behind.
Oh, really?
But he is being replaced by twice Oscar winner Mahershala Ali,
I love Mahershala Ali. He's awesome.
who will also be Blade in a couple of years, won't he?
Yeah, he will, yeah.
So this movie is called Leave the World Behind. It is from Mr. Robot creator Sam Esmail.
Mr. Robot.
Yeah, he will be directing it.
Okay.
And also, it's got Julia Roberts in it.
Wow.
And she doesn't do much anymore.
She doesn't do a lot
So this
these
is
days,
going to
does
be
she?
a pretty big release.
It's going to be a big deal.
It's a story about two families who are strangers to each other, forced together on a long weekend that goes terribly wrong.
Ooh.
Is apparently suspenseful and provocative, and a commentary on class, race, and all that sort of thing.
Sounds good.
So,
do we know when it's coming?
Well,
no, it's a while away yet.
Yeah, so like I say, Mahershala Ali has just been cast. So
Okay.
I would imagine it will
2 years away, maybe?
it will go before the cameras. Well, I don't know. You might be struggling to get rolling before the end of the year now.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
But that sounds like prime Oscar bait.
It does.
Netflix. Yeah,
He's-
based
he's-
on a recent novel. The novel only came out a year ago.
Excellent. If you've not seen Green Book, he's absolutely excellent in that.
Yeah.
That's well worth checking out. Done with that one?
Yes.
This one?
Let's do it. I also can't remember what all of these are, so
Okay.
I'm winging it a little bit, but that's fine.
That's fine.
Another series which has been commissioned
Okay.
by Netflix is called Devil in Ohio,
Ooh.
and Emily Deschanel is going to star in it.
Is she a relation?
She is Zoe Deschanel's older sister.
Older sister. Okay.
She was in like Bones for about 15 years,
Oh, right. Okay. I never watched Bones.
which was her and David Boreanaz.
Yes. Correct. Was it a spin off of Buffy? Or was that the other one?
No, it was like a police.
He was in Buffy, though,
procedural.
wasn't he?
Yeah, he was an
He
angel.
was he in the spin off of Buffy? I knew
Yes.
there was a link
Yes.
there somewhere. I was close.
She will play hospital psychiatrist Dr. Susan Mathis, who shelters a mysterious cult escapee, whose world her world is turned upside down as the strange girl's arrival threatens to tear her own family apart.
That sounds quite good.
Currently
doesn't it?
being filmed in Canada, there will be 8 45-minute episodes.
Ooh.
Again, based on a book by a lady called Daria Polatin, and she has adapted it for Netflix.
Okay, so she's written the screenplay as well.
Yeah, which doesn't always work out
Not always.
that well, does it?
No, because sometimes they're too close to the story,
Yeah.
and you need a fresh eye on it. I love the cover art for the book.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
It's
really
very
cool.
comic booky, actually.
Yeah, I've never heard of that, but it sounds quite good.
It does. So we'll definitely keep our eyes open to that.
Maybe I'll get it on my new Kindle.
Go for it. We'll have a book review. We've never done a book review.
We've not. I've just finished a book on my new Kindle.
Oh,
finished
holiday
the-
reading?
Yeah, finished Later by Stephen King.
Oh, was it good?
Yes, it was really good.
Okay.
Really enjoyed
What's
it.
the premise?
It's about a kid who can see dead people,
Oh, sure.
but the dead people he can talk to them and they can talk to him, but they can only tell the truth.
Oh, nice.
So it works out quite nicely for him when he gets kidnapped by a rogue policeman or police lady and gets taken to a drug dealer's house to find out where all the money is. It's good. I really enjoyed it.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, it's good. It's only short. It's one of his like hard case crime books.
Okay.
So it's not very long, but it's definitely worth checking out.
Do you know what else sounds cool?
Yes.
Well,
what?
I think it sounds cool, but I don't think the last series of this was up to much. Luther is coming back.
Okay.
Now, this has been rumoured for a while.
Yeah.
That there was something in the pipeline, and it's been confirmed this week that it will be a movie.
Right. Okay.
And it's a co-production between the BBC and Netflix.
Right.
Obviously, Idris Elba is coming back to play John Luther.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis has been cast.
Okay.
Potentially as the villain, it is believed. And yeah, it's a movie version, and Netflix are gonna have thrown their weight behind it.
Interesting.
I would expect to see it on Netflix first, and then maybe later on the BBC.
Luther's a big name, isn't it? It's going to get the views whether it's good or not.
It's quite a big international pickup, isn't it, for the
very much so.
for the BBC as well. So yeah, that's all getting underway really. I really liked the first couple of seasons.
Yeah, the first couple are great.
and then
the last one's a bit ropey.
personally, I thought this isn't all it's cracked up to be. The last couple.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that.
He's Elba's great, and it's probably the best I've ever seen him in anything. But it got a bit far fetched.
Yeah,
Did a bit of the old Dexter's, didn't it?
It really did. That's coming very soon now. I'm very excited for Dexter. There's a full trailer now. Have you seen it?
No, I've
good.
just seen the little
It's good.
snippets. I've not seen the full trailer. The casting has been completed for Tim Burton's Wednesday Addams series.
Okay. We've been seem to have been talking about this for
I know.
ages now.
It has suddenly got quite the cast. Gwendolyn Christie is going to play the principal of Nevermore Academy,
Okay.
where Wednesday goes to study. But the character, who is called Larissa Weems, also has an axe to grind with Morticia.
Oh, okay.
So this is a pretty stellar cast now.
It
We've
is a
got
heck of a cast.
Gwendolyn Christie, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Jenny Ortega, Luis Guzman. It's not bad.
It's really not bad. It's
I am
actually quite exciting.
I am much more interested in this now that the cast is out than I was of when the news was just Tim Burton's doing an Addams Family adaptation.
Yeah, agreed. Because it isn't an adaptation of anything, is it?
No.
And that's Tim Burton hasn't done something that isn't an adaptation for a very long time.
Netflix is going to be all in on this.
Yeah,
this is going to be one of the most hyped things they have ever done, I think.
Definitely.
Thora Birch has also been
Oh, really? Okay.
From the famous from the early 2000s.
Cool.
Possibly even the late 90s.
There's a heck of a cast in that, and you're right, Netflix are going to throw everything behind it, and they should, so they should. I mean, maybe it's a return to form for Tim Burton. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it'll spark a bit of life out of the old boy.
Gwendolyn Christie was amazing in Game of Thrones. It was the best thing I've ever seen her in. Probably the only thing I've ever seen her in, to be fair.
Well, it was really weird, wasn't it? Because she was like, there was like the big, she's going to be in Star Wars.
Yeah.
In the new Star Wars trilogy. And then she was in it for about 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah. She was barely in it at all.
Which was quite disappointing.
Do we have a date for this Wednesday show yet? I don't think we do we?
I believe it's just next year. So it is, again.
I don't think they're filming yet, are they?
No. It's in prep.
I'm excited for it. I get more excited for it every time we read more about it.
That is probably all the news on that show until we actually see a few photos or footage.
Yeah, the next thing will be photos from the set, won't it?
Do you like docu-series?
Yeah.
Do you want to watch one about Conor McGregor?
I can't believe you just made me click on the Daily Mail's website. I hate the Daily Mail.
I hate all websites.
I can't click on this one. It's not allowing me to.
That's fine. Absolute scumbag of a
look
paper.
At that. We see that you're using an ad blocker. You can't look at the site because you're using an ad blocker. Well, fuck you then. I don't want to look at the site. Can you remember what the story's about?
Conor McGregor's got a docu-series coming to Netflix.
Cool.
4 parts, hour-long episodes. Starts in January.
What's it about?
Him. Follows him round, selling whiskey, getting punched in the face, losing fights, and being a gobshite, I think.
Yeah, sounds good. Keep my eye open for it. Don't really care, if I'm honest.
He feels a bit like, he's kind of like yesterday. He's not really a big thing anymore, is he? He's on the way down.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's done, isn't he? I'm not allowed on this website either.
That's fine. This is sad news.
Okay.
So it's serious news.
Oh.
I need to change my tone. So
change your tone.
There's been a serious injury on a Netflix movie set. We talked about Kevin Hart's upcoming film with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, we did.
It's called Me Time.
Yeah.
About the father who gets some time to himself and he's led astray by his best friend.
Yeah, I remember.
Unfortunately, one of the I think it was one of the riggers on the set fell from quite a height and he's in a very serious condition in hospital in Los Angeles. That
doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, not good at all. I mean, you never sort of want to see anyone not go home from work.
No, of course you
but it's especially on something as sort of, well, you'd like to think tightly secure and prepared as a film set.
Yeah, definitely. You wouldn't imagine that's going to be quite a big, active, stunty type of set.
Oh, no, exactly. Yeah, fell from quite a height apparently, and he's not in a good way. So that's, best wishes. And
yeah, definitely. Hope
we'll see what happens.
Hope he's okay.
Do you know what I think's an odd property?
What?
Bright.
Is that the film with Will Smith?
Yeah, it was like Netflix's one of their first original movies, like big budget.
It was like policeman and an orc was his partner. Or
yeah,
something. Yeah, I remember it. It was all right. It's half decent.
I think it was written by the now cancelled Max Landis.
Okay.
Well, Netflix have decided to go back to that well.
Okay.
And you're quite shortly going to be able to watch on Netflix Bright Samurai Soul. It's Bright the anime.
Right, right.
And they're also saying Bright 2 is in development.
Oh.
I didn't think it was that well received.
Nor did I. I'm quite surprised. I genuinely haven't thought about it for 3 years.
Same.
It was quite a big deal when it came out because it was critically panned, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Critics hated it. But it wasn't
that
why
bad. Is Will Smith in this?
Yeah, exactly. But it wasn't that bad. But now they've got 2 new properties on it.
Yeah, so the anime is well, the sneak peek's out already. I think we'll see a bit more of it. Is it next week with Tudum, the fan festival.
Oh yeah, that's soon, isn't it?
And yeah, I think it may even be later this year. But yeah, you're getting a multiple part anime set in the same world, but in the Far East. It's all trolls and samurais
How strange.
helping each other out.
That is very weird.
I thought so.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. I suppose you've got a fantasy property, you might as well make some use of it, I guess.
I think this is another, that has enough time passed that we can get some fire under this
Yeah,
and
maybe.
launch a sort of big universe. I thought it was an odd one to,
Yeah, it's a
to
strange
spark
one.
up again.
It is a strange one.
When you think of some of the stuff that Netflix has pulled the
passed
plug
up
on.
on, yeah.
But yeah,
We'll
we'll
keep
see.
our eye on that one, see if what happens.
But they are all behind anime at the minute, to be fair.
Yeah, they are. It's everywhere. That's all they really care about.
Do
this is exciting.
you like the movies that made us?
Yeah, it's great. It's one of the best series Netflix make.
Well, I hope it's a bit better than the last one because we were a little bit disappointed with the last few, weren't we? Because we had issues with the voiceover in there.
Yeah.
But I am quite excited as well because season 3 is just around the corner.
Cool.
Will be hitting Netflix in October.
Excellent.
Would you like to know which movies
I would very much so like to know.
we're going to get this time?
Yes.
RoboCop.
Cool. That'd be an interesting story.
Coming to America.
Okay. Not so keen.
You love Eddie Murphy.
I hate Eddie Murphy.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
That's
I
an interesting
think
one.
there is a bit of a horror spin to this.
Right.
Because you are also getting Halloween as well.
Okay. Halloween and Friday the 13th.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Very apt considering they're coming out in... Oh, and the
And
Nightmare on Elm Street. They're coming out in October.
That'd be why then, won't it?
So
that's a really interesting lineup with Coming to America in the middle of it. Isn't it? You've got Aliens, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Coming to America, Friday the 13th, Halloween and RoboCop.
yeah.
That Coming to America just seems really... There must be a decent story there, put it that way.
Well, yeah, but they've not been a theme before, have they?
No, they've not.
Well, it makes sense. Like I say, it makes sense for the horror movies to be in an October release.
They're pretty much all 80s films as well, except Halloween was 78, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But the rest of them are all 80s films.
Excellent.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm intrigued by all of them. Some of my favourite films.
Your favourite author, who we've already mentioned once,
Yep.
Stephen King,
Okay.
has seen Midnight Mass,
Oh, wow.
the
Okay.
upcoming Mike Flanagan series. Would you like to know what he said?
Yes, I would definitely like to know what he said.
He said, Mike Flanagan has created a dense, beautifully photographed terror tale that climbs to a high pitch of horror by the 7th and last episode. That's it. That's the whole article. Stephen King wrote a tweet about this show.
And somebody's written an article about the tweet.
But if he liked it, I'm hoping it's going to be good.
Same.
Because he should know a little bit about horror.
He does know quite a little bit about horror. He also knows a lot about Mike Flanagan.
You can see the official Midnight Mass trailer. It is available, and the show arrives on Netflix on Friday, the 24th of September.
That's really soon.
Yeah.
That's like
10
next
days.
Friday. As this episode comes out, it's Friday.
Yeah.
I'm like so excited.
I'll be your weekend sorted.
Is it all dropping at once?
I believe so. 7 episodes.
It feels like we're just getting 7 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my weekend sorted. I'm really looking forward to Midnight Mass. I think it's going to be great. It's got some great names behind it, and Flanagan seems to have been working on it for a very long time.
It's very personal to him, isn't it?
It is.
So-
And to this show, because we found Hush.
Just a few trailers that have dropped in the last week whilst
Okay.
you've been away. Red Notice.
Oh, we've got a trailer for it.
Yes.
Excellent.
So
I'll
that's
check
The Rock,
that out later on.
Gal Gadot and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Don't Look Up, which is the big
Oh, we've
Christmas
got a trailer for that
release.
as well?
Yep.
Wow.
Leonardo
Big
DiCaprio,
trailer
Jennifer
release
Lawrence. And also Den of Thieves, which is the prequel to Army of the Dead.
Oh, I'm not excited for that.
Or is it Army of Thieves it might be called. I can't remember.
It's Army of Thieves.
I think I may have written the wrong thing.
That's fine.
It's fine.
I'm sure it's called Army of Thieves.
It looks alright actually,
Does it?
the trailer.
Better than Army of the Dead? Can't be
I
difficult.
didn't mind Army of the Dead. It was just
It was garbage.
Yeah, but it was stylized garbage.
It was stylized.
This
garbage.
looks like that as well.
Okay. I'm excited to see the Red Notice and Don't Look Up trailer, though. We'll check those both out later on.
Excellent.
This one?
Yeah, we mentioned a couple of weeks ago that Netflix were wooing Christopher Nolan.
Yes, we did.
They have failed.
Oh.
Because he has announced he is making his next movie not at Netflix, but at Universal.
Oh, okay.
He is splitting from Warner Brothers, who he has worked
So he's always worked with Warner Brothers, hasn't he?
for 20 years.
20 years, wow.
And yeah, Netflix threw their hat in the ring, but they have been denied. That possibly because Nolan said streaming is the devil's work.
Yeah.
Or worse,
He's not a fan of streaming cinema, is he?
So his new movie is going to be a drama about Robert Oppenheimer's creation of the atomic bomb.
Now, that's an interesting story to take on, especially for somebody like Nolan, who will just go weird with it. Well, he will, won't he? It's not going to be normal, is it?
Can you do many twists in a historical epic?
Yeah. Christopher Nolan can. $100 million budget.
Yeah.
It's a big budget.
That will film the first quarter of 2022 and release either late 23 or early 24.
Will require extensive digital effects, it says here.
So yeah, he's gone to Universal, not Netflix, as they had hoped.
I think that's a better fit.
Yeah.
I genuinely do.
Tenet was like the only movie that came out for about 2 years in the cinema. So
it was.
You can't say he's not planted his flag in the ground.
No, definitely not.
Okay, 2 weeks ago on The Wave, we talked about Disney just rebooting anything and everything.
Yep.
And we talked about The Rocketeer
We did, yeah.
being adapted.
I noticed there's a Turner and Hooch TV series on there.
Yeah, I saw that popped up.
It's just literally are remaking everything they can get their hands on.
Well, Bryce Dallas Howard is going to direct a reboot of Flight of the Navigator.
Ooh, that's exciting. I like Flight of the Navigator.
It is believed they will be gender swapping the star, and it will be a young girl this time who will take flight. And yeah,
you said gender swapping. I was like, it was a boy who's now a girl.
Maybe that could work. And that is in development, and I assume will wing its way to Disney Plus because they just want to make as much content as they possibly can.
They just want to remake as much content as they possibly can. There's no original ideas at Disney.
I think it's quite interesting that she's heading down the directorial route, like her father.
It is, very much so.
She directed a few episodes of The Mandalorian, and now she's
going all in on a big budget movie remake. Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, she was in the original.
I did not know that. I haven't seen the original for a very long time, but it is great.
It's weird, right, talking about these two movies the last couple of weeks, because I can remember when we went on holiday when I was little, we went to Florida, so I was only 16, 17.
Yeah.
And he did the backlot tour.
Yeah.
And I distinctly remember that two of the things that were on display on the backlot tour were the spaceship from Flight of the Navigator.
Oh, right.
And a load of stuff from The Rocketeer.
Oh. So they're making your 16th year holiday trip.
Yeah.
Cool.
Why not?
Why not? We done.
I got two more.
This one?
No, we've just done
that
one.
This one.
I was kind of surprised here that DVD rental places are still a thing.
No, they're not, are they?
Well, they are in Canada.
No, that's
but I mean, I guess you can be a lot more remote in a country like that. So maybe there's more need for a actual piece of hardware.
Yeah, definitely.
A man in Kingston, Ontario,
who
owns a rental store, offered an amnesty for returns during the pandemic.
Okay.
Which is a pretty nice thing to do.
Yeah, so you can just bring them back. It won't cost you anything.
Yeah, no late fees or anything like that.
Cool.
This is a guy called Tom Iverson. He was very surprised one morning recently to open up the returns, and he started checking them in. Checks the DVD back in, Blu-ray, and noticed that it was signed out on November the 2nd, 2012.
9 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the late fees for it, $2,757.
Brilliant.
Do you want to know what the DVD was?
What?
Role Models starring Paul Rudd, Sean William Scott, and Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
You should have kept it.
I love that.
That's brilliant.
I love that someone's waited.
Yeah, all these years for an amnesty.
Oh, it's an amnesty.
Shit.
And you think that DVD was in his case, in his cabinet, like the Telltale Heart?
Yeah, just
Like,
beating away at him, eating him inside.
a picture of Sean William Scott.
When he reads in the paper that there's amnesty's happening, he's like, "Oh, finally, I can get rid of it."
He's doing his Hail Marys to forgive himself.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I don't think Sean William Scott's worth $2,700 nowadays.
Probably not. Probably hasn't got a copy of Role Models either. Probably had to sell it.
Oh, unbelievable.
Right, is that it? Oh no, we've got one more.
That's
What's
all
this?
the news.
What's
I've found a cool website though.
Okay, I clicked on it.
I really hope this lets us go to it.
Oh, it has.
I have found my90stv.com.
Okay.
We'll put the link in the Discord and we'll share it and people can go and check it out. So this is basically a TV emulator.
I'm excited. Yeah.
So what can you see right now?
I can see an old 90s TV. It looks very much like the one I had back in the 90s.
Yeah.
There's a list of genres on the side that are all ticked.
Yeah.
And then some adverts for obviously other years, other decades TV as
60s, 70s, 80s, 2000s.
2000s.
Would
There's
you
also
like,
a power button, some channel buttons, volume buttons, and a menu button?
if you want to switch the TV on?
What, put the power button?
Yeah, I think so.
Top of the Pops has started playing.
Yeah. If you want to click a channel.
No,
Up
what
or
you can
down?
just flick through the chat. I don't know if you can hear this.
You've got a 90s TV advert. We have got an emulator full of content of all these decades.
90s TV.
So you've got cartoons, comedy programs, commercials, dramas, game shows, kids shows, movies, sports.
The microphones will be picking this up. It will sound awful. I'm going to turn it off, but
That's fine.
that's quite exciting.
You can scroll through for your heart's content and just randomize.
I want to say you can just choose cartoons.
Yeah, you can just choose cartoons if you want.
It's like a Nickelodeon's come on.
You've got like Looney Tunes.
I'm going to waste a lot of time, my life on that. There's also an 80s one and everything.
I thought you would like that.
I do like that.
And I love wasting your time, so isn't the internet cool when used for good
Yes,
or time wasting?
very, very much so. This website's created by a guy called Joey Cato.
Oh, actually,
He's an engineer at Netflix. There you go.
I forgot to tell you. You know, the other week we talked about Nestflix.
Yes.
I sent a message to the lady who came up with
okay.
Nestflix and
Yeah.
just said, "We mentioned you on the show. You wasted like 2 hours of our time. It was great fun." And she's replied back saying, "That's great. That's exactly what I wanted to do with this website."
Excellent.
It was really nice. She took the time to do that. Yeah, check out Nestflix. Check out my90stv.com and just go and waste some time.
Just waste some time in the 90s.
Yeah.
Or the 80s, or the 70s, or the 60s.
Whatever
by the looks of
decade
it.
you want.
Or the 2000s. How exciting. I'm definitely going to spend more time on that. We'll have a chat about that in the Discord, see what
Okay.
comes up. What's next?
Great. That's all the news. That's all the random websites that I found in the few days you've been away.
I have not, but have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
I've watched a few things. I've carried on with Only Murders in the Building.
Oh, right,
Which
okay.
is possibly my new favourite show.
How many episodes are up now?
4.
I've seen 2.
It's like
I've started it
warm.
last week.
It's just a real warm. And it's weird because it's about murders, but
It's just really easy to watch.
yeah,
isn't it?
it's
just
got a
fun.
real sort of comfort watch about it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's nice to see Steve Martin in something good.
It is. And why does the man never age?
I don't-
He literally looks the same now as he did in the 80s.
and it's actually just been commissioned for a second season
Oh, has it? Awesome.
before the first one's even finished. So
Cool. I watched the first 2 after we spoke about it on the last
did
wave.
you like it?
And I really enjoyed it, and I'm definitely going to go and watch the next 2 tonight.
There's
probably.
some odd cameos in the
All right.
next 2 episodes, which
Ooh.
I won't give away.
I love an odd cameo.
Won't see that one. One of the cameos coming. That's for sure.
Okay, cool. I'm excited. No,
Um,
it is really good. Definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, definitely. I've watched a old sitcom
Right.
on Netflix, but I think it was originally on Channel 4, called Crashing.
Okay.
It's like Phoebe Waller-Bridge's first show.
Pre-Fleabag.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen that.
I quite enjoyed it.
Was it
Do you know
good?
what? I've never seen Fleabag.
Fleabag's really good. You'd really like Fleabag.
Yeah, I've
It's
just never got around to it.
well worth checking. I think that's on the iPlayer.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth checking out.
This is her turning up at an old disused hospital that people live in as like a cheap housing place.
Right.
And just all the misadventures she gets into with her friends. And actually, it was fun.
Cool.
It's got, you know that guy out of Gavin and Stacey, the little ginger bald guy?
Yeah.
Who's like plays the little downtrodden mouse man.
Yeah.
Plays exactly that role in this as well.
Oh, okay.
It was quite funny. It was
Cool.
only like 6 episodes.
I might check that out. I like Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Do you know what I'm most excited about though?
What's that?
I've watched 1 episode, and I think I'm going to go back for more. I watched it while I was making the dinner last night.
Right.
Of a show on Netflix. It's a Netflix original. Again, I'm not sure how old it is. It's executive produced by Charlize Theron.
Right.
It's a reality show.
Right.
It's a reality game show.
Right.
It's a reality game show about car racing.
Right.
It's called Hyperdrive.
Okay.
And it's basically like Burnout, but in real life.
Okay. Tell me more. I'm intrigued.
So basically, a load of people just drive around this crazy neon course.
Yeah.
You have to do like handbrake turns and not knock over any of these neon poles. You have to drive over a lake of water, but the road's hidden, so you can't go off it. There's like a big seesaw.
Oh.
They have to do all these tricks in all these souped-up cars. Guess who one of the presenters is?
Who?
Michael Bisping.
Bottom of the stream along.
Yeah.
Wow. That sounds interesting.
It's also presented by that guy who presents everything on Netflix. His name's like Rotten Wood or something. The guy who presents
What do you mean? It's not his name.
Floor is Lava.
Yeah.
And also the American Barbecue Showdown.
What's his name?
Routledge Wood or something like
yeah,
that.
it's something like that. I can see him presenting that. That sounds like right.
And they
up
all
his
just
street.
stand on a bridge and go, whoa,
Whoa.
when people like donutting round, and
I might check that out. It sounds interesting.
It's-
Sounds funny.
ridiculously stupid.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, the old guy didn't qualify because he crashed. And there's like the young protege who it's like a bit like it's a combination of like Need for Speed, Burnout, and Total Wipeout, but in cars.
Sounds good. Sounds right on my street.
At one point, one of the competitors is just like, because you're supposed to wait for a barrier to go down when the bridge is safe to cross.
Yeah.
He was just like, fuck it, I'm driving over this. It's clearly a big budget behind it. And
Yeah.
I don't know why it's never popped up before. I'd never heard of it.
I've never heard of it.
It's mental. It's stupid.
It sounds good.
I think you might get a kick out of it. I don't know if there's 10 episodes worth of content in it,
No, probably
but I
not.
quite enjoyed watching the first episode.
Cool. I will definitely check that out.
Check out Hyperdrive.
Anything else?
That's all I've watched.
I haven't watched anything because obviously I've been away and there's literally...
You've been watching Sunsets.
I've been watching Sunsets.
That's nature's Netflix.
There's no internet reception whatsoever where we stay.
Sure.
And so you realise how terrible British terrestrial TV is.
So what were you stuck watching? Or did you have to talk to people?
I watched a 7-year-old episode of Grand Designs.
Oh, right, okay.
And then I watched the new episode of Grand Designs.
Sure.
Got lots of Coronation Street. I don't even know. Well, I watched a documentary about Broadmoor
Right.
one night. That was quite interesting, to be fair. No, it was the British terrestrial TV you can get in the bin. I miss Netflix so much when I've not got it.
My father-in-law said the other day when he was round, I can't remember what it was, but which program it was, but he said to my wife, "Did you watch this thing on TV last night?" I was like, "We don't watch TV.
No, I don't.
Not broadcast TV.
I don't ever.
I couldn't tell you the last time I did.
No, before this week I couldn't.
Who waits for stuff?
Why would you wait for stuff?
Or you do the opposite, and you do wait for stuff, but you wait for it all to be there.
Yeah. Plus, everything you watch has got Stephen Graham in it. So what's the point? He's got new things starting tonight.
Does he?
Yeah.
Busy man.
It's got either got Stephen Graham or Jodie Comer, and this thing that's starting tonight has gone both in.
Oh, really?
So, although it does look quite good. No, I won't be. I do not miss terrestrial TV when I've got the internet.
Sure.
It's just awful.
Did you take some games? You play some
Yeah,
games?
we played some games. Chilled out for a little bit. We couldn't go out at night because we'd got the dog.
Yeah.
So we were kind of eating out in the afternoon, sitting outside, and then going back and
chilling,
watching shit TV all night.
So. Got a doggo to play with. That's more fun than watching Coronation.
It wasn't until he pissed on my leg. Little bastard. We were sitting on the beach, and I was sitting on this like rock, and he comes up to piss on the rock.
Sure.
And my leg would just happen to be in his way. But yeah, he pissed on my leg. Little shit. And last night, he didn't want me to go to bed because I was the last one up.
Yeah.
So he went and fell asleep in front of my bedroom door, which opened outwards.
That's clever.
It's a clever dog.
Yeah.
So I had to drag. You can't move a sleeping 5-stone dog.
You've got to let sleeping dogs lie.
Exactly. So I had to lure him out of a blueberry. That's the only thing I could find.
Does he like blueberries?
He loves blueberries.
Oh, okay. I'm just imagining you trying to outwit this dog
I was.
whilst trying not to wake everyone else up.
Yeah, which is impossible in a caravan.
And kind of leaving a Hansel and Gretel trail of blueberries.
As soon as he stood up, I just raced past him and got in and left him out there. Right, well, I feel like we're putting off the inevitable here because we've got to talk about the island now.
Oh, yeah.
We've got to extend our rods.
I kind of feel... I only watched it a couple of days ago.
I watched it an hour ago.
I might be relying on you because I can't really remember what happened.
I was going to say, I have no idea what is going on.
No, I tell you, I remember what didn't happen.
Anything.
Well, no. All right, specifically what didn't happen is there was no scene or reference to the woman on the cannibal island that was the whole bit of the last episode.
I feel like that's done. I don't think they're going back to that.
I think you might be right. That is never being referenced again.
I think you're right. I think we're finished with the island now. After this episode, I don't think we ever go back there.
No.
Because next week's the finale, obviously. So we lost a lot of characters in this week's episode.
Yeah.
A lot of murders happened.
Cleaning the board.
Yeah. So I think we're down to 3.
Just remind me.
The main woman's still alive.
Yeah.
Chase.
Yes.
Kate Bosworth's still alive.
Yes.
And...
Is Cooper still alive?
Cooper. Is he Chase's husband in real life?
Yeah.
Not real life, not island life. Yeah, I think that's it.
No, isn't
the crazy nurse
lady.
woman's... Yeah, she's still alive. But she killed 2 people? No, she killed 1 person in this episode. She killed the Jesus guy. The guy who got beat by a shark.
That guy. I mean...
He went really creepy.
Fuck me. This show is so bad, right? So that guy's arc. There's like...
That guy didn't have an arc.
This is... Yeah, exactly. This is 7 episodes long. We're in episode 6.
Yeah.
So this guy, that Jesus guy...
Yeah.
Got eaten by a shark in episode 1.
Yeah.
Dragged out the sea in episode 2.
Yeah.
We thought he was dead.
Yeah.
We didn't see him until like episode 4.
Yeah.
Then he was fine.
Yeah, he was all right then.
Um,
Then in episode 5...
Episode 5, it was revealed he's like a psychopath who stalks women.
Yeah.
And now he's
Didn't
dead.
he like propose to the nurse woman?
Yeah.
And then... But before he died in this one, he killed the creepy
Yeah.
school shooter guy.
I bet the guy had
10 lines?
10 to 20 lines of dialogue in
Over
this
5
whole...
episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really weird. So he kills the guy who's also got a crush on the nurse.
Yeah.
And then she shoots him with a flare gun from point blank range,
Yeah.
which would have hurt her as much as it hurt him, I'm
think
sure.
So, yeah.
But it was quite a good effect. The flare went straight through him. The flare, not a flare. Yeah, so that happened. And then we ended up in the hotel place where Kate Bosworth turned up with her fella.
Yeah.
Cooper had a bit of a memory, and it turns out he's the one who killed Chase's mum,
Even though she remembered it.
even though she remembered doing it herself.
And she wasn't in his memory.
No.
So
And
she's
he
got
wasn't
a
in her memory either.
So she's got a false memory of killing her mum.
Killing her mum. But has he remembered killing her mum in the rememory? In the rememory. He shot his gun and killed Kate Bosworth's fella.
Yeah.
His name I'd have no idea what it
I
was.
don't...
Cal?
I couldn't tell you. Again, I've watched 6 episodes. I don't know that guy's name.
No, normally I think it's Cal, but I might be completely wrong with that. He kills him by remembering that he shot Chase's mum. Kate Bosworth does a bit of a cry.
Yeah.
Then Bonnie and Clyde show up. They also get killed.
Yeah, they just start a fight.
They start a fight out of nowhere.
They were like, oh, you guys are going to tear yourself apart 2 episodes ago. And they just turn up and start killing people.
Yeah, they've got like spears and swords and stuff. They start killing, or trying to kill people, but ended up getting killed themselves.
Well, only Bonnie got killed.
She got killed, but then she just fizzled out of existence as if
Clyde
she'd been
got,
switched off.
Called back because he was like, no.
And then Clyde got switched off as well. And then Chase, at the end of the episode, wakes up in that chair that she was in the 3rd episode.
Even though she'd just been stabbed in the stomach, and we'd been told if
you die on the island, you die in real life.
But she wakes up back in the real world, not injured.
Yes.
And also, why was the cliffhanger like, she's in the real world when we've already had
seen
a whole episode of
it? So I tell you, that episode should have been this one, next one. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure they played them in the wrong order.
I think you're right. I think the whole last episode is going to be her being walked around this bloody hospital again.
Just explained what's going on.
Yeah. And it won't make any sense.
It won't.
We'll never go back to the island.
No, we'll never find out what happened to the cannibal. We've never even seen this cannibal.
No.
Who he was, what he was, why he ate Taylor's fingers, or
who like Bonnie and Clyde are.
Who they are.
Kate Bosworth, we'll never see her again.
Do you think Bonnie's dead? Because she got killed,
but
then switched off. So can she survive that and come back?
It's nonsensical.
The whole thing's nonsense. I'm at the point where I would give up on it. If there was any more than 1 episode left, I'd be done with it, I think. But because there's only the one, you kind of have to see it through now, don't you?
Where's studio interference when you need it? Who's checking the rushes and going, oh yeah, this looks great.
Who's making this episode after episode after episode and going, Netflix will buy this? Sure of it.
It's the worst TV. I think it's the worst TV. I'm still racking my brains, and I can't think of anything worse.
I'm going to withhold judgment till next week, but unless that's the best finale of any TV show ever, that's definitely the worst TV show I've ever seen. It
does not hang together in any way, shape, or form.
It doesn't make any sense. We still don't know what the hell's going on.
Everyone is... Well, they told us what was going on in episode 3.
Yeah. But
it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
They're on an island. They're criminals. They're trying to be rehabilitated. So what is she now going to get told in... Yeah.
But then we keep getting flashbacks that also might not be real because Chase might have killed her mum, but she might not have done.
I bet it's going to fucking end in a bloody time loop and she wakes up on the beach. That'll be the last bit.
Oh my God, I'd hate that so much. I'd hate that so much. That would be awful.
That'll be the last scene. Yeah. They're all waking up on the beach and they've all been reset. And I will throw my TV out the window.
So will I. Let's make a pact.
And I'll come round and punch you in the face.
Why me?
Because you made me watch it.
I didn't make you watch it at all. I don't even think I chose this one. I think it was my idea. But I think we chose it together. Be fair. So
I'll punch you in the dick then.
Okay, fine. Next week is the penultimate episode of The Bottom of the Stream Season 5.
Yes.
So we're going to finish The Island one episode before we finish the season. So we need to come up with a one-off show to watch.
Sure.
For that one episode.
Okay.
So if anybody's got any ideas of like...
Happy to take suggestions.
I want it to be a drama thing, I think.
Okay.
But not a film. So, but do they exist? Is there like 1 hour
If only The Last Supper hangover was still on.
Something like that. Something like about an hour long, but there's just one episode of it.
Yeah.
So if anybody knows anything that we should check out for just that 1 week, we'll go for that.
That's your homework. That's our homework.
Yeah, check us out in the Discord. I'll put the Discord link in the show
We'll meet
notes.
back here next week and...
We'll discuss the finale of The Island and then we'll discuss what we're going to do for that one-off episode. Yeah. Finale week.
Sure.
It's coming up on finale week. Have you got your tux ready?
Yes.
Excellent.
Not took it off since last time.
I wonder what that smell was. So, what film are we watching this week, Nick?
This week, we are watching a movie called Villains.
We are indeed.
And you can find our chat about it right here on Thursday.
It's a comedy crime caper.
Indeed.
With Bill Skarsgård, brother of Captain's Gallery member Alexander Skarsgård.
Yes.
So yeah, I watched it 2 hours ago.
I watched it 26 hours ago or so.
Okay. So. I thought you were going to say like 14 days ago. It feels like it's been that long.
No, because I genuinely couldn't remember what we were watching.
Yeah, you had to text me, and I was like, I had to rack my brain.
I'd been through the long list, and
still couldn't.
It didn't spark what it was, what I was supposed to be watching. Because I shouldn't say this. I've still not listened to last week's episode.
That's fine. You've got podcaster's brain. There's a thing where podcasters will talk about stuff in an episode, and then they just don't remember it.
Yeah,
and
sure.
It just doesn't happen. And we both suffer from that, which is quite difficult for a film podcast when we have to reference back for the stream table and stuff.
It's very
there's loads of stuff we talk about, especially on the wave, that I have no memory of ever talking about.
I know. Well, or movies you've got no memory of watching before.
Exactly.
I do struggle now since we've been doing this show, which we've now been doing for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I often have to internally question myself and also externally question you. Is this something we talked about in real life, or did we talk about it on the show?
We do have that conversation quite a lot now, don't we? The age doesn't help either.
No, well, that brings us round in a nice circle from where we started this episode.
Right, shall we get out of here?
Let's do it.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll go away now. We're going to talk about Villains, and then that'll be out on Thursday. So check that out on this very feed.
Cheers.
Bye.